Well, good morning, good evening, and hello, everyone. I want to welcome you into another episode of The Simple Truth. I have my sisters here today. This is our episode of Saints Speak, and we are live from G.O.T.S 2012. And I'm so excited to have none other than Sister Mya.
Hi.
And Sister Rachel from Houston, Sister Mya from across the
London.
pond, Straightway London. But I am your host, Jermaine for the YouTubers, Brother Jermaine for the Saints. And I am just pleased and honored to have these two sisters here with me. They are going to cut a fool today. I know it. I know they're going to act up on me. And they're just going to
can't promise nothing.
just do their thing. But first and foremost, sisters, I want to thank you for joining me and being here with us. And first thing I want to do is I want to have you, introduce yourself, tell the saints and the people out there a little bit about yourself, just a little bit, because we'll talk, but just a little bit. Sister Mya, many of the saints already know Sister Mya, but have at it, Sister Mya.
Well, if you see my video, you see me blubbering. I will not be crying on this episode. Thank you. I'm from London, and I saw Pastor's video, and it brought me into the truth, and I'm just so grateful. I was here for Passover, and as soon as I came back to London, which is Straightway London, I had to come back again, and I'm so grateful that he put on G.O.T.S. So here I am at G.O.T.S, and my sister Rachel, Houston, Texas. I don't even know why that is, but she does it, and so I do it.
We'll get back to that later.
We'll go back. More on that later. So that's me, Sister Mya.
Okay, well, Sister Rachel, tell the saints about yourself.
Well, Saints, I'm originally from Dallas, but I actually moved down to Houston 3.5 years ago. I'm down there with the Houston Saints. Brother Mitchell and Brother Greg do lead the group down there, and we are steadily growing in our group. Collectively, we have roughly 10 members there now, when it was originally just 3 people, myself, Greg, and Mitchell. Really, the sisters outweigh the brothers at this point as far as numbers, but that's fine. We're going strong. Constantly working on delivering each other, healing each other, and just going stronger in the ministry. And that's what it's all about, growing and developing ourselves. So.
And you're not the only chick anymore.
Not the only chick no more. It goes down Houston, Dirty South, know what I mean? Anyway.
So if anybody wants to know what that meant, if you ever saw Pastor's Passover video and saw the testimonies, Sister Rachel made it known that she was the only chick in Texas.
Yes, it was crazy.
So now she is not. And, what I want to, collectively, I want you to kind of bounce it off. First and foremost, what was it that, I want to start with Sister Rachel on this one, then we'll come over to Sister Mya. But what was it that brought you to the truth? What woke you up and brought you into the light, so to speak?
Well, it was one lovely summer evening, I believe. I don't think it was the morning. Brother Mitchell actually pulled me into the office at their home and actually started to show me some of Pastor Dallas' videos. My whole life I was raised Church of Christ, dead congregation. We never really sang. It's like hymns, I love Jesus, and that's about it. Really no passion, no fire. Even when people would speak in tongues as I visited non-denominational churches, I knew it was fake, it was stage, it was theater, because directly as a child in the Bible, I knew without proper order, one could not speak unless someone was being interpreted and the other speaking in tongues. So when I finally heard Pastor Dow, someone was finally talking straight to me, being a sharpshooter that I respect, and keeping it real. And from there, I just latched on like I had no hesitancy to believe Pastor Dow or no doubt whatsoever. I was like, this is the truth. And from there, I started to study, and with my own conviction, within a month, I piled up all probably 30, 40 pairs of my jeans to take them out to the dumpster and began my life in skirts and head wraps. And I haven't turned back since.
Hallelujah. That's definitely, and you're so passionate about it. I love it. I wonder where you get that. Is that your pastor coming out a little bit?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So, Sister Mya, how did you come into the truth?
Well, I was a Shakespearean actress in London. I was doing really well. I had one of the lead parts for Winter's Tale. I was playing Hermione. And I had a coffee with a Christian friend of mine, and she was saying that, you know that Beyonce's part of the Illuminati and stuff like that. I was like, no way! I was on my my BB. I was like, I was so rude. We were having coffee, and I'm on my BB, like looking it up on the internet.
Gotta check out what you're saying.
Hey, is that for real? I was so fixated with that, so I went home and I was checking that out. And then my niece said, hey, if you think that's bad, you want to go and check out YouTube. So she said, it's all over there like a rash, which is what I did. And then I thought to myself, well, if that's the music industry, well, what is the acting field like?
Okay,
And, you know, and then it kind of dawned on me, well, you know, actually, you know, the Illuminati, the New World Order, they are the gatekeepers and they keep it. So if you're not willing to sell your soul, then what exactly am I doing here? And what exactly am I doing? So luckily I didn't sign a contract for that, that part, and so I quit. And my understudy was very happy. My director was furious. And my acting coach said, you know, that I'd lost my mind, that I'm crazy, and periodically he still emails me with parts and what have you. And then, so I was looking through YouTube and all those information about the Illuminati, New World Order, and then at the side of one of them I had this black man going, Jesus was a black man! Well, I just thought, I've got to click on that. So I clicked on that, and then this powerhouse just was like exploding on my laptop. And I literally, it was like, you know, you had those adverts when I had that gust of wind and they're like G.O.T.S. That's what it was like. Pastor was just coming at me full force. I was like, So after that, I clicked on another video, another video, and another video, and another video. My son came home from school. I was like, you've got to check this out. So we were like eating our dinner, watching Pastor Dow. I would have to say I was addicted to Pastor Dow. I mean, if Pastor didn't post a new YouTube, and you know, I was having withdrawal symptoms. I was like checking my subscriptions every 20 minutes or something. He has to have a new one. If he didn't have a new one up, I'd be in his archives. About 3 weeks later, about 2 weeks later, I clicked on one of the baptism ones, and I wrote down all the verses, and I thought, right, okay, we're in England, I don't know what's happening in London in terms of this ministry, so I baptized myself and my son with all the verses that he used in my bathtub, and then I made a video, you know, Pastor Dow, you saved my son and my life, and well, if you've seen the video, you're probably part of the flock. And then the rest is history. And I came out here for Passover, and it's just, and everything in my whole life has changed. You know, it's not just being in the way. In terms of jeans, I have kept my jeans, by the way, sisters. Yes, I have.
She has a standard, and listen to this very closely, sisters.
My jeans, okay? Now, this is the reason why I've kept my jeans. They don't lie. Skirts will lie. Dresses will lie, your jeans will not
lie.
Okay. If you're pulling on them and they're not coming up, you're fat. You put weight on, they ain't gonna lie. But your skirt, you could jiggle and a wiggle and a striggle, and yet you could kind of get in there. You might be uncomfortable, you can kind of get in there. Your jeans will not lie.
No.
So I have kept my jeans. So periodically I put them on. Yeah, okay, all right, we're good. Take them off and I put them where they are, and I love my head wraps, I love my dresses, and y'all knew because I'm such a 17th century girl. I love Jane Austen and the flowing gowns and the empire lines and the bonnets. I know I get to do that. You just gotta love y'all. So that's me.
Your jeans are basically just a tool.
They are there, you know. You can have you can have scales or you can have the jeans.
So you have your jeans.
I have my jeans, and so I know if I can fit in them, I still have my 28-inch waist. Yes.
Okay.
And that's why I keep my jeans. I never wear them in the house. I never wear them outside the house. I don't even wear them inside the house. I just literally, I've got a cupboard. It's like where all my food is, all my storage, or all my stuff is, and I literally go into that cupboard and I put them on. Quickly come out, look in the mirror. Yeah, it's working. Go back into the cupboard, take them off, and put them right back there. They do not even come into my room.
All right.
So
that's a lesson to the sisters and even some of the worldly ladies out there listening. You know, hey, your jeans never lie. I think that's a good one for the as you would say, the gentlemen. and as Sister Rachel would say, the dudes would say too.
Yes.
So you know that works. So we learned something here. That's what we're always all about. Now, a common question for both of you, whichever one decides you want to go first. What was your first impression of Pastor Dow?
Over to you, Sister Rachel.
I'm kind of just going to have to reiterate what I said earlier. He kept it real. I've always liked someone who's been plain spoken, make it plain like Malcolm X would say, and he just spoke the truth, and you felt his sincerity, and you knew he was being genuine, and you knew he wasn't lying to you. It was just absolute, brutally raw honesty, and that's what drew me in, because it's easy for me to read people, whether they're being fake or being genuine, and Pastor Dow is one of the most sincere men I've ever encountered in my life, and I would say you would have to be a fool to not hear any truth in what he's saying, because you're so conscious of your own pride and ego. You don't want to humble yourself enough to even acknowledge a man of Yah that he is.
Okay. Wow.
There it
wow.
is.
That's,
yeah.
There it is.
Look, that was straightforward, to the point, keeping it real.
Yeah, to the point.
That was so, Sister Mya?
In terms of what my first impressions of the
Yeah,
pastor?
absolutely.
Okay. You know, he was coming at me thick and fast, and I was like trying to digest what he was saying. In that video, you know, Pastor Dow, you saved me and my son's life, I actually said, who are these people who are saying to you they don't like your delivery, they don't like the way you say it? Who are these people? I love the way you deliver it. I love how you say it, and I love what you say. In fact, when I saw his videos, I was like, oh my God. Now I say, oh my Yah. Men still exist. That's a man. Like, that is a man. I mean, with all the metrosexual and the male handbags, and we won't go there, and all the stuff. You know, he's a real man. He's keeping it real, and he just says it straight. And I literally paused it. I went and got my Bible. All right, okay, check me out. All right, I'm gonna check you out. So I, pause it. You know, whatever he's saying, I pause it, and I get to the scripture, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's it. But what I was really shocked is that I could not believe that I didn't read it that way. And that's what makes him a Jeremiah 3:15 pastor. Absolutely. Because you can only understand by hearing the word. And you can only hear the word when you have a pastor from the Most High Yahweh. That's all. That's got to be the difference, because it's the same words. I didn't have a satanic NIV, thank you very much. But I was reading my Bible. So what is the difference? The difference could only be in the fact that the pastor from the Most High Yahweh was giving me the truth, and I could see the words for what they really were. And so, if you like, I like to think of it as being sort of like extracted from the Matrix. To this point now, I actually think that the whole world is a spell. The whole world is witchcraft. Wow. And if you have not been pulled out of it, you are part of the witchcraft. You are immersed in it. You are under a spell. And that is why when you speak to people about the truth and they don't hear the truth, they're under the spell and they like it.
Yeah.
But honestly, you kind of feel like your life is a movie at this point, because you come into the truth of things and you're like, I've been lied to my entire life. And honestly, being here at Straightway right now with God, with the brothers and sisters, it's unreal and surreal at the same time. Absolutely. And it's just a dream you don't want to wake up from. Absolutely. And to just know that the New Jerusalem, this is what's going to be like all day, worshiping the Most High all day long in the gold paved streets and everything. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Glory,
I was telling Pastor earlier today, I said, if this is just a small bit, if Straightway is only a small amount of what, if only what Straightway is New Jerusalem,
yes.
I'm cool. I'm good. I'm ready to go.
Glory.
And to know it's going to be grander than that.
Yeah.
But on a serious note, sisters, I have a question.
Okay. All right.
Now, being sisters in this wicked world that we live in today, you'll laugh a little bit, but hopefully you come around for it.
Okay.
Where the world we live in, and how women are objectified, and how they're treated, you know, because, you know, whether you're beautiful or whether you're very appealing to many, you know, men, you know, it's all about the eye thing, you know, but even the Bible says that when you come together, that one has to be pleasing to the other. But in this wicked world that we live in, you know, what is the challenge? I want you to address your sisters out there. What's the challenge of being an Israelite woman, okay, and a woman that's, you know, number one, you're beautiful because Yah created you.
Glory, hallelujah.
But on top of that, you know, you may be pleasing to the eye to other, you know, males out there, and I won't say men because they're, you know, metrosexual. So, you know, there's not too many quote unquote men out there. But, you know, how do you deal with that? You know, and now with the change, you know, you've had the one side, you spoke of the genes, and that was the first out. I'm surprised, you know, just show you, y'all just led it that way. You said you went and took them to the dumpster, you hide yours. But the whole point is, once you did all of that, remembering what it used to be, and now and knowing what it is, you know, what's that about? You know, whichever one. Well, you, Sister Mya, because Sister Rachel went the last time.
Are you saying what is the change? Is there a
difference? What is the difference? What's the contrast that, you know, from where you were to where you are now, and, you know, what is it, you know, how do you know, how has it changed?
Well, I have to say that I love my head coverings. I don't spend any time on my hair. I literally just, I put the brush through, slick it back, put it in a ponytail, and my whole challenge is my head wraps. It's like, okay, am I going to wear it like this, or going to wear it like that? Okay. But actually when I'm in London, I tend to wear the chiefs, the handkerchiefs. I tend to wear that, mainly because when I was doing like the, you know, just my face is up, and I have quite a lot of a wrap, and it goes round and round, and it's down the back. Right. Then a lot of Muslim men,
oh, we're hitting on you?
Seriously. Okay. And I was like, okay.
Wait a minute.
No, I can't be going through this every day.
Is this what you would say, Sister Reg? You got to flip the script.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Turn it around.
Ooh. All right.
Gotta turn it around. Just make it different. You know? So, I mean, I'm saying flip it in the sense you can't look like that because now you're attracting Muslim men.
Yeah, but I like that look. So I just realized that when I'm not in England or in a particular area.
Okay.
I call my look in London the Sister Sky look, which is a very long skirt, which is probably an A-line skirt with probably a commandment T-shirt. I call them neck chiefs or handkerchiefs, scarf, and a plaid shirt. I usually have a shirt on. And what I find is that I get looks for different reasons, because everybody has got, like, if it's hot in London, I mean, if they can have the least amount of clothes on, they're going to have the least amount of clothes. So there's my son and me. My son's got, a long sleeve shirt on. He's got jeans on, and he's got sandals on or something. And I've got my long skirt, my 10 Commandments T-shirt, and a flannel shirt, because I don't like showing my arms when I'm off the land. Okay. I really am covered. Okay. So that's how I am. And people are like looking like, you must be roasting. I might be a little bit warm, but I feel much more comfortable that way. Okay. But in terms of men, I find that, I kind of had the attraction of the Muslim men a bit, but I also find that that the scriptures is that when they ask if he will shelter you under his wing, I feel like I am invisible, like they cannot see me. Okay. And I feel like I am completely protected. And I can't explain that. Okay. Because when people know me and I walk past them, they literally walk past me. And it's not because they don't like the way I look or they're not speaking to me or I look a bit weird. They don't see me. Oh, okay. And from when I realised that, I'm like, my word, I think that Yah has completely sheltered me. He's literally covering me. And they cannot see me. Okay. And that is a really good thing for me. And I don't have to put up with anybody go, hey, baby. Yeah. You're like that. I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to put up with any of that. Okay.
Sister Rachel?
For me, being someone back with my sister and friends at home, work our Monday through Friday through Sunday, it was about going out, dressing to the nines, and it was about submitting to the wickedness of this world and fulfilling the pleasures of the flesh. As of right now in this walk, I walk in liberty and peace. I'm able to go into stores or shopping stores, whatever it is, without men hounding me down every 5 minutes. Oh, your hair. Hey, how are you doing? You sure is fine. No, I ain't got to deal with all that. But at the same time, as soon as you put this cover on your head, you are held to a higher authority and higher accountability. Because even though she says she feels invisible, I know men are watching me. I know people are watching me because I stick out. So therefore, I must watch my conduct. I must be holy. I must be holy. I can't give in to the normal everyday heathen talk like I once would, speaking to coworkers and friends. Every day I have to strive to kill that flesh and pursue that art of perfection and being an Israelite, because for anyone to see a clear difference in me from being the old man into my new spiritual man, so they're convinced that there is a spiritual change in me, so they're inspired to seek the Father and to chase after what is truth and what is real, and to not be fed into the lies of this world. So every day I'm striving to continue to kill my flesh, because it's about bringing people into this fold, into this faith. Why would you deny others this freedom when you have experienced it yourself? So
wow. That it is amazing, because the world as we know it, I always kind of laugh at the fact, there was a comedian that once said, that how women, and now I understand it from a holiness perspective, where women, who dress like women of the night, and then they have the nerve to be wondering why they're treated that way. And he made a joke where he said, well, what if I were to put on a police uniform and go walking down in an area where people needed police help, and they walked up to him, oh, please, oh, thank God, it's a police officer. Oh, just because I dress like a police officer doesn't mean I'm a police officer. So it just comes down to, it's a healthy understanding to know what the Most High is doing in the lives of the sisters. So
I would actually say that when I was like a pagan heathen, with my skinny jeans, fitted jacket, my shirt, Birkin bag, sunglasses, I actually thought that I was covered. I actually thought that I was dressing modest, because I didn't have, like a skirt up to here, I went fine, I would absolutely have defended to the teeth that I was absolutely modestly dressed, because you can't see anything, I'm not flashing anything.
Right.
But now, the way I'm dressed now, I just can't. It just looks. It seems like I'm that way. That person that was dressing in that way seemed to be. It's like it was manufactured.
Okay.
And that's the best way I can put it. You're manufactured because that's what's in vogue, and that's what you wear, and that's the style. And I have a look. What look? Who gave me that look? Who told me that that's a look?
Yes.
So it's all, it's all part of the spell.
Okay.
So now I wear dresses or skirts based on the looseness of them, and the length of them, and not on it's cerise colour that's in. It's flowers and it's not plaid. Okay. It's you know what I mean. So now it's a different. I'm on Yar's timetable. I'm on his way of thinking. I'm on he is holy, so you be holy.
Absolutely.
And that's basically what it comes down to. So I don't have to think about what the magazines or anything like that does. I just have to make sure that I'm honouring him by being his daughter.
Right.
And sisters, I also suggest y'all also look up on the history of makeup and cosmetics and how it originates back to Egyptian and Babylonian times, who nobody wore makeup but the prostitutes, and would down themselves in these colorful clothing and outfits and these covers, and to be doused in this overpowering perfume to seduce our men into sin. It's just amazing to walk down the street and to abhor what I once was, and now all I want to do is snatch the real hair off, the fake hair off the real sister's head, and to wipe the makeup off her face and tell her that she's beautiful, that you are just as Yah has created you, and to embrace the natural woman that Yah has created you to be your man's, help me. Yes, if you're called to be someone's wife, but that's really what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of like Pastor alluded to last night when he spoke to us, is that you work together. It's not how he spoke about Sister Carol being his backbone, and that's what it's all about. And it's how he from a male perspective, how he is obedient to the Most High is the level for which, and sisters, you know, I know when you hear this, worldly sisters, when you hear this, you hear that man's going to tell me what to do. But it's not that. It's that man is being obedient to the Most High. And because of his obedience to the Most High and his honoring of the Most High, you see that in him and you want to do that which is the place. And most women in the world don't want to hear that because I can do everything a man can do, you know, so forth and so on. But it's an order, it's a proper order and perspective. And when it falls into that place, things work so beautifully. But it can't be compared to anything but the Word. It can't be compared to what we see out there in the world because it directly contradicts it.
Well, that's quite a strange thing because I was brought up in a household where it was very much in order. My father went out and worked. My mother was not allowed to go out and work. She had to look after the children, look after the home, and she was quite happy with that. And then sometimes when some of her friends would come around and say, you know, don't you want to earn your own money? Don't you? And she, you know, and it starts to turn her mind. And you know, my father used to sit down and say to her, well, what do you want to go and earn money for? Do you not have food? Do you not have the things we need? So what exactly is it that they're trying to tell you to go and do? Unless it's, you have to think about it in terms of like they're, you know, splitting up what we've got here. Look at their lives. Look at their lives. Before you start saying what we should be doing, taking their advice, why don't we look at their lives? You know? And
most of the time it probably was in a shambles.
And it's a complete shambles.
Yeah, it was probably that way.
So I grew up like that, and when I was at university, I mean,
for those in America, that's college.
It was really bad because I actually had, you know, I mean, I don't mind. It's fine. Women, you know, go out, have a job. That's fine. I'm not suggesting you just don't have a job or you don't get educated. I'm not saying that. But I do think if you're going to have children, raise them. You know, man, if you're going to have them, raise them. Don't let somebody else raise your children.
Absolutely.
And it was, I mean, I was just thrown out of every society. I was like ridiculed. And I wasn't even a Hebrew Israelite. I'm just like, well, hey, you know, it worked in my family, you know. But they were very rich people, and they had lots of money and lots of position. And at one stage, I just had to say to them, okay, you got a lot of money, and you got, you know, houses here, there, and everywhere, and you're very, very privileged. The difference between you and me is, I know where my father is. And guess what? I can ring him right now. I can speak to him right now.
Let's call him.
You have to call his personal assistant, and you have to find out where exactly he is, and then he can get back to you when he's got a minute. But that's not how my life is. I can speak to my father immediately, and that's the difference. So yeah, you got the money, you got all the privilege, but I know where my dad is, and my dad will speak to me anytime, just like that, and that's the difference. So when you're in order, when you're in the order of how the Most High wants a family to run, then everything flows beautifully, and together. Everybody is protected. I've got to say, sisters, it's not about, oh, you know, you will do what he does, he says, well, it's not even about that. But Pastor says, you know, women, we are here to serve, and we like to serve, and we are made to serve, and it's a good thing to serve. It's a good thing. It's not dirty. It's not degrading. It's not beneath us. And also, you know, that, and it's we're in order. If you're not in order, you will not be protected. If you're not protected, your children are not protected. If your children are not protected, then, you know, the devil is just running riot in that house. So, you know, that's the reason why, because even the man is under subjection. He's not just like, I got this. You know, I could do whatever. He's under subjection. So if he is, then why couldn't you be? And even the children are, and that's how it ought to be.
And I'm just going to say real quick to add to that, especially to the single sisters out there, until y'all is ready to bring a man into your life, if he decides not to keep you for his own, to do his own work, you need to know that you're married to y'all, and it's about cultivating your spiritual relationship with him. Because I can tell you a great pastor, his name is Pastor Dowell, I won't exactly quote what he said, but he told me, you focus on y'all and everything else will fall into place. don't worry about, I gotta have this man to take care of me. I gotta have this man to make me feel secure. I gotta have this man to make, to be defined by that. Know that Yah is providing for you, because whoever you marry, how you treat him will be a reflection of your relationship with Christ. So why not get it right with the Most High, and then Yah will direct a man of his own heart to you, and then everything will fall into place as it needs to. So just be patient and have faith.
Well, I couldn't have asked for more from my sisters here. I'm so thankful that you took out the time to be with me. And I'm just going to say, ladies and gentlemen, the simple truth of the whole matter is that it's all about order. It's all about perspective. And if it's in the right order, it will be what it's supposed to be. And that's what Yah wants it to be. And so, as I always tell you, I want to thank you, Sister Rachel.
Thank you very much.
I want to thank you, Sister Mya.
Thank you for having me.
And ladies and gentlemen, as I always tell you, the simple things are oftentimes the most profound, but yet they are the most difficult to put into practice and to actually do. I want to thank you for joining us, and we will talk to you again real soon. I'll talk to you, and you real soon.